to me. Yeah.
Those in the time is this: arise, shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord that complement your gifts, your calling, your greatness, your potential, your purpose, your assignment are coming into your life. I decree right now that where you sunk, God is lifting you up. He's pulling you out of a pit. I decree depression is lifting. Oppression is going. Darkness is fleeing. And I say, let there be light. I decree the spirits that torment you, your assignment is over. I decree by the decree of the watchers that you are born for such a time as this. Arise, shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. I decree now, it is not by your might nor by your power, but it's by the Spirit of the Lord. And the enemy has come in like a flood. The Spirit of the Lord is lifting up a...
Fam, God didn't bring you this far to lose. Keep your head up and keep fighting. Forget all the strongest soldier stuff. God put you in this battle because he knew wasn't nobody gonna ride for him as hard as you do. When the enemy showed up to God's doorstep and he said, I want a battle, God needed somebody on the front line, and he chose you. And he didn't choose you by accident. He didn't choose you for no reason. He chose you because he know when the going gets tough and the bullets start flying, you ain't gonna do no running. You're gonna be right there standing the whole time on all 10. Like, if this is what we gotta do, let's do it. God know everything you done been through, so when the enemy come up saying, I want to tempt somebody, God say, I recommend this one to you. Just so I can show you it ain't no breaking them. They done been through way worse than what you trying to tempt them with. You think this gonna break them? All right, cool, go ahead. I'm gonna show you something. You done been through stuff the average person will never have to experience in their life, and if they even experienced half of it, they'll fold every single time. And out of all the things you could possibly do, you want to complain? You complaining about the greatest thing that could ever possibly happen to you. And it's not that you get to a point where you can trust God, it's that God has gotten to a point where he can trust you. You right, everybody don't go through this, but God can look at you and say, I can trust you to go through this. Whatever it may be, it had to happen. You had to go through the breakup. You had to lose the job. They had to reject you. The deal couldn't go through. And it's not because God don't love you, it's because he loved you so much he refused to let you settle. You upset with God saying no, and you don't even realize had he not said no, you would never hear him say yes. God is trying to set you up to be somebody people look up and not somebody people look over, but you got to be honest and assess where you are. God has already given you everything you need, but it's going to take everything you got. So fam, if this is really what you want to do, let's do it. Because I promise you, it ain't a demon in hell that can do anything with you. The only reason why it's so uncomfortable is because God is showing you this ain't where you belong and it's not where you gonna stay. You just passing through. You passing through, so every hater, doubter, naysayer, every single one of them will remember your face when you make it to the top. You done fought for everything you have. You done fought for your dreams, fought for your family, fought for your relationships. And if you haven't noticed yet, you pretty good at fighting. So if you believe this is yours, fight like it's yours and don't stop swinging until you win. From this point forward, your mindset has to be anything that stands against me will be defeated. So if they stack the odds against you, guess what? The odds gonna have to get it too. And if you gonna say it, stand on it. Stand on that for the rest of the year and watch where God take you.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that's right. It's by any means necessary at this time, because with the silliness of Israel and Donald Trump and them Trumpanites trying to give money to people that has taken lives and put people in the hospital, and an officer died, unalive, and two took their life. This is the worst atrocity America's ever seen from a president of the United States of America. And they should know now that their law is improper, because if their law was proper, then he couldn't do what he's doing. They need to change their law. This man done took money, got his guy, put him in the DA office. Come on, man, turn the general office, and then they make a deal and give him $2 billion to get these thugs these people that did the insurrection on January the 6th. But you gonna spit and disrespect us to show us some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. You going to get him $2 billion for attacking the Capitol, January 6th? But you ain't gave us $2 billion, even though we need trillions, and you and your people, over 100 million of us, for 400 years. And we never got our reparation. God, Israel, and Mr. Trump, and you Trumpanites, and you racist individuals, and you with systemic racism, you're going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. And you're going to take a lot of people that you love. God is going to deal with you because of your foolishness, your racism, sexism. Huh? We live in one country with two realities. One white, one black. One rich, one poor. One predator, one prey. One skilled, one non-skilled. You have disrespected us so much. Took $5 billion from our farmers, or over 100,000 acres. Don't even funky $50 million. And we got Oprah Winfrey, we got Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Tyler Perry. This is crazy. Lend them folks to $50 million for over 100,000 acres that's been in our lineage. Don't you see them trying to take it? Where y'all at? Roland Martin ran the tape. And here go Trump and Israel trying to pay some thugs, but you slap us in the face. You never paid us. But God gonna deal with you. You are so disrespectful. You so disrespectful. You keep talking about a ballroom and gas is so far up. It's causing people anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a month for their vehicles and trucks and 18-wheelers and stuff. And food is up. Insurance out. SNAP, Head Start. But you want to take the taxpayers' money and give to some thugs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. TikTok, let's get started. Tonight, y'all need to call everybody. Call them. Get them on here TikTok. Y'all about 60 deep already. Get them on here. It's on tonight. It's on. The truth will be told tonight. Thank you. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Johnny Binder Show today. Our subject is, did we let this happen? People, power, and disrespect in office. So I know it's a nice Saturday night. If you're at home, being safe, preparing for church tomorrow, or what have you, just kicking back. Thank you for joining us, whether you're listening on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. Please like, share, follow, and comment. Love when you join us in the conversation, and it's going to be a hot show. We have our special guest panelist, Miss Price, and she'll let me know when she's ready to chime in. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our first clip. There is so much going on. I wanted to just make sure that we stayed abreast of the Carmelo Anthony case trial that's going on in Dallas right now. He's the young man that was accused of attacking one of his classmates with the weapon at a track meet. You know, trying to use those YouTube sensitive words. But the reporting on this, minister, has been kind of one-sided. And thank God for your friend Willie D, who evidently has somebody in the courthouse that's taking note of everything, because he gave a completely different account of what the testimony is, because a lot of people have already written this young man off based on what they've already heard. So I just want to jump into that clip. And again, it goes to, did we let this happen? You know, are we going to let them railroad this young man, because the jury was already stacked against him? And then, yeah, there's some other things come into play. So here we go.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? On April 2nd, 2025, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was fatally stabbed by then 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony during a track meet in Frisco, Texas. Austin was a student at Memorial High School, and Carmelo was a student at opposing Frisco Centennial. Now, the trial is in its third day now, going on its third day, that's Monday. But on yesterday, the second day of the trial, something strange happened. They actually showed the video of what went down. And according to a staff member, Austin brought this all upon himself. But he wasn't alone. He did not act alone. His brother, Hunter, is not innocent in all of this, because according to a staff member who actually viewed the video, they watched the video in court, the staff member said that, first and foremost, that the clarity of the video is remarkable. He emphasized that the surveillance footage was incredibly clear, noting you could distinctly see individual raindrops on the camera. Now, Austin's friends are saying that Carmelo started the fight. Obviously, they would say that, right? They're his friends. And I may get into a little bit of what one of the friends said who testified in court, but what I want to focus on right now is that video and the staff member's comments. That staff member said that Metcalf initiated the physical contact with a push. Anthony retaliated with a hit, and everybody swung. So not just Austin, who was identified as a bully, not just his brother Hunter, who was identified as a bully. Everybody swung on Carmelo that was under that tent. And check this out, fam. The staff member said that you could see other students for Memorial High School watching out for the coaches. So they're looking out as the fight is happening and as it's escalating. Austin's friends are looking out. Now, why are they doing all of this? What are you looking out for if you're innocent? That makes no sense to me. So, and the staff member also said that Hunter, the surviving twin brother, was directly in the middle of everything. He was in the middle. So, and he also said there is nowhere on that video that shows that Hunter tried to render first aid. They lied. They tried to make it seem like Hunter was the hero and that tried to save his twin brother and he just couldn't save him. That, according to the staff member, was a lie. The staff member claimed that a group of people actually jumped Carmelo and that the altercation went well beyond just a minor touch, which is what the witness, one of Austin's friends, said on yesterday. He said he barely touched him. He said kind of patted him on the arm or something. I mean, on the shoulder. Now he said he pointed out that visible welts were left on Carmelo's eye. The staff member's account has been widely shared with advocates who are in support of Carmelo. It appears that their evidence is trying to be suppressed by certain people. You dig what I'm saying? Now, here's the deal, fam. Let's get this on the table real quickly. This absolutely was a tragedy. This is something that did not have to happen. But let me call a strike and a ball a ball. Every time you think about altercations, confrontations,
And I'm going
you
to
have to
pause it
think
right here because he just goes into more detail. But I know, Minister, that you are a freedom fighter. And this has been widely publicized. The family has gotten all kind of unaliving threats behind this. They've had to move when the GoFundMe was first, when they first had the GoFundMe campaign go up. It was for the family to move. They got heavily criticized for that. Use of funds, saying that they were trying to elevate their life when they weren't. And I know that the courtroom is closed, completely closed. The judge, no cameras, no nothing, and I don't know. I know they're trying to say it's protective, but in a way it's suppressive too. So what are your thoughts on that in this situation?
Well, we're going to play it back. You just got to remember we can't play for 2 or 3 minutes, but we'll go back to it and do another 2 or 3 minutes till we can finish it. When it is completely on time, the young man was in fear of his life because that's the part they're not showing. The young man wasn't trying to do that. I already know the whole case. I studied that case from day one. He was not even trying to do anything with them. They was bullying him. It's gonna come out. If I have to go down there and get Willie D or whoever we need to do, get in a van, go down there, whatever, and speak on this, I think I'm gonna have to do that because they tried to bully him. So it's 3, 4 of them, swinging at him. So he's scared. He had no thing on him. It was a thing on the tent or something where he grabbed out the ground and trying to stop them. He wasn't intentionally trying to hurt nobody. He was just trying to do enough to stop them from taking him out. So that's what that was. But they just trying to act like that this young guy, this was on his mind. This boy is a great athlete. You do know that, right?
I do. And I know he graduated with honors despite all of this going on. He still managed to graduate with honors.
So if we ever was going to do something, Ms. Price, Ms. Mills, and all constituents will see this, over 1 million people in less than 30 days, what we want to tell you, you got to come together with us. This is what this show is about. We have to give our people freedom, justice, and equality. If we don't give that young man freedom, then other young men are going to be afraid, TikTok, to protect themselves. Because it was more than one. One, it was 3, 4, if not 5. And that's what Willie D is talking about. But I'm going to stop right here and bring Willie D back. But Ms. Price, if you want to say something before we go to it, we listen.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Ms. Mills?
All righty. Well, going back to Mr. Willie D.
About the source. Where did it start? How did it start? That's what everybody want to know, right? Every time something happens bad, and this is a picture right there where you see the tent. That's the tent where everything went down. That's where it went down. Under that tent, under that memorial tent, that yellow tent. That's where it went down. So every time something like this happens, what's the first thing people like to say? Well, yeah, but what happened before that? Well, how did it happen? How did it happen? Just how did it happen? One thing that has been consistent about all of the comments is that Austin initiated contact. Austin confronted Carmelo. If Austin don't confront Carmelo, Austin most likely is still breathing. He's still alive to this day. He's still enjoying his youthfulness, and he's probably going on to college and, living his life and doing what college students do. Studying for exams, dating, partying, just living, just having fun. I find it extremely odd how some people, since this is a white kid, let's call it what it is, I find it interesting how they can switch codes so quickly and go from, well, let's see who started it. How did it start? To, well, he had a knife. Let me ask you something, fam. If your family member's life was in danger and somebody attacked them and they defended themselves, do you give a damn what they used? Do you give a damn what weapon they used to defend themselves? Do you really care about that? Again, it's a tragedy. A youngster loses his life, that's a tragedy. But what do people say all the time also? What's another thing they like to say in these type of situations? Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. Even when dudes put their hands on women, other dudes will say, well, how did it start? Well, she hit him first. She hit him first. So that justified him knocking her teeth out of her mouth. That justified him shooting her because she hit him first, right? Well, where's the hit first argument now? Where's that argument? See, Hunter said that Hunter Metcalf, Austin's brother, twin brother, said that Carmelo put his bag down. Hunter threw Carmelo's bag. The lies are all over the place. They're lying left, right, and up the middle. If you're innocent, if you're telling the truth, what you got to lie for? Because the truth shall set you free. The truth is supposed to hold up. It's the lie that you have to try to manipulate. But the truth stands on its own.
That's a fact.
I want to read to you something, just really quickly, that was said during court testimony by one of Austin's friends. So let's get into this. High school. First of all, they said that Carmelo was asked 15 times to leave the tent for an opposing team, but refused. He was asked 15 times. Who kept count? He was asked 15 times, unless that's actually on the video. Allegedly, this sparked the deadly stabbing of fellow teen Austin Metcalf. Not Austin Metcalf asking him to leave sparked it. It's him refusing sparked it. The witness, a 17-year-old Frisco Memorial High School student, explained that he and at least 6 others were under the school's team tent when he saw Anthony in their area wearing the opposing Frisco Centennial High School gear. Memorial students started telling Anthony, you probably shouldn't be here. You need to leave our tent," recounted the witness, whose name was ordered to be withheld because of his age. Carmelo Anthony was asked to leave the tent for Tampa Bay. Several teammates asked Anthony, then 17, to leave around 15 times, including Metcalf. "Touch me and find out," Anthony responded at the Kirkendall Stadium. During the roughly 2-minute tiff, Metcalf, 17, gave Anthony a minor pushing, and Anthony stabbed Metcalf. Look at that. Look how they worded. The New York Post ain't shit. Look how they worded. During the roughly 2-minute tiff, Metcalf gave Anthony a minor push, and Anthony stabbed him. That's the way it reads. That's the way it reads. But according to the staff member, not his friend, not Carmelo Anthony's friend, not Austin's friend, a staff member who watched the video, a clear video that depicts everything going on. Not only was Carmelo pushed, he was jumped. They jumped him. Now that's consistent with what we know about certain people's behavior when it comes to attacking Black people, right? Because you got these types who will only strike when they have size, weaponry, or number.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll stop it again. It went over 3 minutes. I want to say what it is on top of the truth, on top of his game. He's laying it out like he's Johnny Cochran. I salute him. We're going to let him finish, but we have to stop him. We have to speak. We're doing what we have to do on the show. TikTok, that was Willie D from the used to be the Ghetto Boys. He has his own podcast now. I started with him, and we went over millions of people on his show, less than 7-8 months. And then I went on to do my show, Redemption of American Gangster. And then he came back and opened a show while me and Catherine was there. And we had no idea we were going to do it. So you're going to let the cat out the bag, so forth. So we'll run that commercial as well. But what we're talking about right now is so significant, what they're doing to our young man. This is so significant. We have to marshal up 7-8 other attorneys. All the activists need to come together. Me, I'm a freedom fighter. We need to come together in Dallas, in Fort Worth, and we need to be, that's where they're at, right?
It's a suburb of Dallas, Frisco. Yeah.
Yeah. And we need to be there. I need to get the court date, and we need to speak to the media. I'm going to let Catherine set it up. I go see my mother while I'm there. And Catherine, if you want to go, you can go to your family house if you choose to go down there. But what I'm saying to y'all is that we need to go. I'm going to talk to Willie D and see if he want to go. We need to let the people know that the way they're saying this happened is an outright lie. He pushed him. Stop. The boy was in fear of his life. The boy wasn't following, mess with them. This was some bullying. And because he Black. So we're going to stop the lie. And we're going to get the evidence. We're going to get it out because y'all trying to cross him. He wasn't trying to hurt that child or unalive him or any of that. And we don't want to see that child. Let's clear this up right now. We don't want to see that child hurt. That ain't who we are. That's who y'all are. That ain't who we are. Because y'all hung us on a tree. We hung you nowhere. So again, Nat Turner did. Then Marvisi gave you process. So again, y'all always play the innocent game. He pushed him. He did way more than that. So we're going to let our brother TikTok go back and prove what happened. Let's go. We lost our sister.
No, I'm here.
Okay. We're glad you're here, Miss Price.
They had the numbers, so they thought they was good. My question is, how many more times? How many times have they done that to other students? How many other students have been bullied? I'd like to see the defense bring in some other kids that have been bullied by Austin and his brother Hunter. Because from what I hear, these guys were bullies. Okay, so the witness, Austin's friend, says that Austin fell on his back, stood back up, and lifted his shirt as he leaned on the railing with a scared look on his face as he saw his blood, as he saw his bleeding chest, the team claimed. I think he said, "Oh my God," he recalled. The jurors then heard a 911 call made by the witness in which he frantically told the operator, "My friend just got stabbed. My friend is bleeding everywhere." Now, here's the thing, fam. Here's the thing. Okay. This is your friend, and sounds like y'all were close. You loved him, right? If you loved him so much, why didn't you stop him from bullying the other kid? Why didn't you calm him down? Why didn't you de-escalate if you really loved him? See, friends don't let friends get stabbed. Friends don't let friends put themselves in dangerous situations. See? So how much of a friend were you really? Let's get down to it. How much of a friend were you really?
TikTok.
If you let your friend get stabbed, you could have helped avoid it too. You could have helped Austin, but you didn't. What probably happened was that you encouraged Austin. What's probably happened is that you probably took a few swings on Carmelo too. You see? See, most of the time these type of things go y'all way. But this time, the black kid was ready. That's what happened. And according to the staff member, the video proves it. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
Ms. Price, before I go, let me hear what you have to say. The people need to hear you, women need to hear you, children need to hear you. We'll listen to you, and you're qualified to speak.
Well, it's heartbreaking. No, we do not want to see no one be unalived or no child be hurt in any instance, whether they're black or white. But this is not new. Bullying has always been a thing, and even in the school districts now, they want they want the victim to crawl up in a ball in the corner and not fight back, stating, that's how they won't get. But I mean, even a cat, you catch it in the corner, it's going to fight back. So in this case, I just think it's just another coward move by the other parties, because they know they did something wrong and they know the outcome of it. They didn't think the outcome was going to be that their friend would be unalive. So this is just a cover up. I mean, this is no different from any other thing that, and I hate to say it like this, but white America do. I mean, it's always a cover up.
And that area out there is notorious because it's an affluent area for the most part. My granddaughter went to school. Byron Nelson is where she was, and it has probably the same, racial makeup, that we just kind of sprinkle through. But she has always been in those kind of environments. But it was intense, so intense. She didn't finish her senior year there. Kids were coming up to her. She experienced racism, violent racism, at a rate that I probably equal with my mama having to sit on the back of the bus. And it is so sad. it broke my heart. And my younger two, my daughter had to pull them out of school there, and they had to be homeschooled because the biases were so bad. So yeah, I can imagine what that group think like was like under that tent when it's just, us versus them versus Pola Carmelo. So I understand. Minister.
Thank both of you for speaking so intellectual and so intelligent. Catherine, you got your hair on fire tonight. You're looking very beautiful speaking for children. You're looking more and more professional. You like you're gonna put your wings on and fly. So
I'm flying, baby. I'm flying.
Our sister, Miss Price, we're glad you're here because we needed somebody to bounce because it's been all men. So we're glad you're here, and something good, big gonna happen with you and with Catherine, with us. And I'm glad you started it off and you told the people, we don't want to hurt y'all. We don't want to unalive anyone. That ain't our nature. Let me break it down so they understand. It's not our nature, but if you force our hand and you scare us, you can't scare me, by the way. But I fought 7 police officers undercover, so ain't no fear in me. I'm a Nat Turner, so I ain't got no fear. I'm going with you. You want to do it? Let's go. I don't want to go. So I'm the wrong one. So anyhow, so all I'm saying is that the young guy was scared for his life. And it was more than one. And 3, 4 of them doing it to him. He didn't go to school that day to hurt that child. He didn't go to school to get hurt neither. Mm-hmm. So once he seen the blood coming out of himself, that's gonna scare you, because I know when I got hit and a dude stole me and had a big diamond in my mouth at the time in prison, I'm like, oh my God. And I crushed the dude. So again, what I'm saying is that the bullying has to stop. And if this is one of the best cases I've seen on the planet Earth by bullying, not that the young man is unalive. I wish he was just, if it was going to get hurt, got hurt, so he can come back and hopefully repent and atone and say what happened. And the people around him that's with him ain't going to tell the truth. So I would ask the DA, the lawyer that's for this young man, to put each one of them on a lie detector test. See, we experts at this. Put them on a lie detector test. Everybody in a separate room, put them on a lie detector test. And that way you're going to see who lying. Because they lying. He just pushed him. Stop that lie, man. If he just pushed him, the boy would have walked on. You can push me. There's 4, 5 people. I'm hey, man, I'm gonna walk on. You know, I ain't trying to act like I'm no Bruce Lee or nobody, so I'm gonna walk on. But if you try to unalive me, I ain't gonna walk on. I'm looking for something, an equalizer. So again, this was ugly. And the parents, I don't know you all, but I pray for you to heal. I pray for you. So I don't know y'all's situation, but we need to get justice on this so your son's name will live in a good way. Not this systemic racism trying to make this boy guilty when he was afraid in the fear of his life when there's more than 1, 3, 4, 5 tramping on him. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to go to Dallas, outside Frisco, wherever it's at, and speak up and let the world hear the truth. because TikTok, this young man was not trying to hurt anyone. He was in fear of his life. And I think he grabbed some out the tent that was in the ground and lunged, trying to get them off of him. So we will deal with this, but this systemic racism and this bullying has to stop. We don't want nobody unalive. We not into that. So make that clear. This is God's show. And we want to keep many people we can alive. And we teach solution-based, not gossip-based, not backstabbing, not criticism, character assassination. We're not into that. But we will speak the truth. And if you can't take it, we'll pray for you, because this show is some hard stuff going to come out of it. And believe me, I'll give it to you. I'm humble, humility, Jesus, wiped his feet off, went to the other city when they didn't want it. He said, suffer the little children, forbid them not, let them come unto me. He wouldn't let them go, Miss Price, Miss Mills, to the disciples. He wanted them to come to him. And he said, if you hurt one of these, you'd rather put a milestone around your neck and be thrown in the deepest sea. So if Jesus loved children like that, pastors, bishops, Pope, you know I like you, this Pope. So I ain't gonna say too much about you, because you on time. So you all right with me. But again, Pope, while you're doing everything that's right, God just gave me something. Pope, this is Johnny Binder, Dr. David Jeremiah. I'm super intelligent. If you watch 10 or 15 of the shows, you'll see it. It ain't me, it's God coming out through me. I take no credit. I'm like my big brother Jesus. I take no credit. If then I speak of my Father. I have no fear. I fear no one but God. But let me say this to you. Pope, I know they're going to get mad at you. They're already mad at you when you say slavery was wrong. And 150 countries went with you. Ain't but 3 didn't go. We know who they are. Israel, they rotten self. America, triple rotten in Argentina. And America is completely out of order. They owe us trillions of dollars of reparation. And they mugged Barack mouth, had something on him, still got it on him. He could go with same-sex marriage, but he couldn't come up with 1 day of reparation. Then y'all had the nerves up in New York telling us that we ain't gonna say mother, father. Again, if any Democrat, you Republican, I don't give a damn what you do, but if any Democrat participate in that madness, we're gonna come at you. We're gonna come at you, and we're gonna give you up and prove who you are and what you are, and you ain't nothing for the people. So that's who you are. So I'm sick of y'all being politicians and y'all not really helping the people, but you leave with your pockets padded, and NRA pay all of y'all. Got a machine thing, shoot 100 times, assault weapon, should be overseas and shouldn't be over here. So again, it's all a con game. So again, this bullying has to stop. And Pope, let me say this to you since I'm on it. I honor you. I love you. I love you more than any Pope I've ever seen. We'll walk with you, Pope. You got to do something. And if you do it, God is going to back you with the 5,000 heaven making angels. This with me and millions of people, Pope. You got to break that up. God made Adam and Eve. He did not make Adam and Steve. So for you to know the truth, Josiah was 8 years old and his father was rotten to the core. So God let him unalive So the baby was 8 years old, eight, which means life. And in 16 years, he changed the law at 24. Pope, you ain't got to take that long. You can do it by January. Get all of us, get all the constituents, get all the freedom fighters, get all the actors, get China, get all of us to stand with you. And you say to your people, at this time, we did sustain. There's been a problem because some little boys have been molested. Some little boys have been assaulted. So to stop this issue, because a male needs to have a woman, to stop this issue, and here go the Bible, and Pope use the Bible. They can't stop you. I'll help you use it. It is right here. Use the Bible and let them know that God made Adam and Eve, and he looked at man and said, it's not good for man to be alone. That's why y'all having them problems touching them little boys. God brought the woman. And a man is incomplete without a woman. So all your bishops are incomplete. Every bishop you got is incomplete. They are not complete. They're not happy. If you do a poll on them, you can believe they want a woman. It's not even natural not to have a woman. She's the mother of earth. This is crazy. So again, Pope, you must change the law and allow the ones that want to have a woman, set the law up where they can have a wife. A man have a wife, don't stop serving God. The woman gonna help him serve God more. And then we'll stop having all this incest and sexual assaults and everything else going on. Thank you, Mr. Pope. I love you. I don't know how I got there, but God sent me there. Let's do that. And God will bless you and your family. And you will be a legacy that you stop something that's unjust because God didn't tell them to do that. That's man-made. That has never been God-made. Thank you, Pope. Let's go.
Thank you, Minister. I think this would be a great point to just take a short break and kind of reset, and then we'll come back with the second half of the show, y'all. So thank you for joining. If you're watching this on replay, please be sure to drop us a comment, like, share, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. So I'm gonna go. I found a nice clip from your one of your faves, Mr. D1, and I'm going to play that, and then we're going to jump into what the Johnny Binder Show is about, and then we'll be right back after this, fam.
Brother, I'm not Jesus, but stop trying to protect his foolishness. Y'all sound crazy. Who is D1 saved? No, that's on you. What do you profess with your mouth and believe in your heart? Pay attention.
If Jesus was standing outside of the strip club, would Jesus be, don't go in that strip club? Or would Jesus go in there and sit down in the strip club with him?
You know what? The algorithm tells us what's important. I like D1 in the algorithm because he keeps God at the forefront. By the way, I like Jay-Z in the algorithm because he keeps business at the forefront. I just don't like the monkey shit at the forefront of the algorithm.
If he getting people saved from doing that, I respect it. But who getting saved from him telling people not to go to Magic City?
Hey, listen, you know what I'm going to say to you? From what I know, he saved a lot of people. And my thing is this.
He said, who'd he save? Who'd he save? Right?
I saved you from having to pick your Bible up. I'll do it for you. Romans 10:9. If you openly declare that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is by believing in your heart that you are made right with God. And it is by openly declaring your faith that you are saved. So it's on y'all to believe. It's on y'all to declare that in order to get saved. But in the meantime, y'all just don't want the negativity to get defeated. But this is a spiritual war, man. Sorry.
I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. Everybody loves strip clubs till they see their daughter on that pole. Then reality gon' set in when you reaping what you sow. Man, imagine being in your 50s, still bragging about how much you spent tricking on women, shaking they titties. Then they really trying to represent views that's irrelevant, so lost that they calling strip clubs black excellence. I heard they calling me a hater, but rule number one, never be more loyal to your city than to your creator. I got the data, most these women ain't trying to strip, they just trying to pay the rent. If they could, they would dip. What they get, physical abuse, drug use, transactional sex, PTSD. You think that's cool? Shut the strip clubs down and move around. Talking about you protecting black women, you's a clown. Shut the strip clubs down and move around. Talking about you only there for the wings. How that sound? Shut the strip club down and get free. Never put your city's culture over G.O.P. Shut the strip club down and get free. If you really love tricking, pay that girl so she can leave. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. What?
Helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, save lives.
Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
So that y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a coon, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, have created problems in their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, it's not her enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like half a million with it. And now he out of Galveston, so now he get rich. If his wife got a big home, they come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D or with Catherine, whoever doing business with me. I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. So this China Biden talking to you.
Listen to me. Yeah.
I denounce you in the name of Jesus. Every devil gotta flee. You don't have no reason. I'm bold as a lion. I don't fear no evil. Blood of Jesus on me. I'm covered. I'm lethal. Yeah, came out to find out I walk with authority. Devil been lying, but the truth is restoring me. Yeah. I got the word and it's cutting like sword to me. Step in the spirit, ain't nothing controlling me. I was in bondage, I'm breaking the chains. Speaking his name and they running in pain. You can't reside where the Holy Ghost reign. I got the power, ain't playing no game. When I speak, heaven move. When I pray, demons lose. Every stronghold breaking loose. By his blood, I'm living proof. I denounce fear, I denounce doubt. Everything not like God, I cast it out. I denounce sickness, I denounce pain. By stripes, see I'm healed again. Generational curses breaking right now. Every altar falling to the ground. Every spirit in my bloodline move. You got no right, I'm living proof.
She own it. She own it.
And we are back.
She own it. She own it. My producer pushing this thing. She own it. That was beautiful. That lineup, That was one of the best lineups you did in a while. That was a knockout. That was a knockout. Let me salute you on national.
You're hilarious. Thank you.
Miss Price, do I have a right to speak truth?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. What do you think about that lineup she just did?
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's exciting the way you did it, because I've been pushing you and you going on to the top. So the show is going to touch millions of people as so, but more and more and more. And then when we get a $15, $20 million contract, Breakfast Club, they've been doing it over 10 years. They got $200 million for 5 years. We ain't gonna get that, but we will one day. But right now we ain't but 11 months in, so we get 10, 15, 20. We're good with that for now. And what we will do, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have our own whole broadcast where 100 to 200 people can come in and sit with us, and we're gonna have 4 women, 4 men on solution to real relationships. It's gonna shock the world because 89% of the people divorce in 5 years. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Why? Because of money. It ain't no love. I love you. I love you. Shut the hell up. You love how much money I got. You love how much you got, and it's been a problem. So it don't go. I don't want a relationship. It turns to a battleship. I want a guard ship, a cocoon. I want the platoon boat that don't sink. Y'all take the race boats. Give me the platoon. I want, when I get in the water, I'm in a platoon. Them 2 big old things on it, whoop, it ain't going down. I'm always thinking safety. I don't care about no speed. I don't care if you go 200 and I go 30. I don't want to flip over. I can't swim back to shore. So stop. I ain't no fish, but I can't swim. So again, ladies and gentlemen, what she just showed, and my boy D1, you're a bad boy. We're going to bring you on this show. We're going to fly in. We're going to do 5 or 10 states with you. You're prolific. You don't get the hype. You don't get the recognition you should get. But when a man call a woman a B and an H and come and let me hit it, quit it, and let me stick my Drake talking about sticking his finger in a butt and back it up, let me hit it. So all this old buffoonery, and the top CEOs make them do it. You go gangster rap. That ain't no gangster rap. That's prankster rap, foolish rap, stupidity. No other people disrespect their women like we do for some pennies. And then when y'all get them little crumbs, you don't do nothing with them, go to Galleria, and then you broke. So you ain't doing nothing. I can name on 2 hands the only rappers right now that's doing something. Master P is one of them. And I love what T.I. is doing. T.I. bought a whole apartment complex and put computers in it, him and his wife, and saving thousands of lives. I like what Snoop Dogg doing. He got one of the biggest football things in America. And he's been doing it for over 10 years. He got young boys playing football so they won't get in trouble. I think he got like 500, 600 of them. I don't know how many, but there's a bunch of them. I like what Bron James doing when he spent $60 million on the schools. That's what we got to do. Then he turn around and put $44 million to 1,100 girls to go to college. And nobody beating Shaq. Shaq was sold 17 houses and put up $400 million and built 1,500 of them. I hope you Google that for me, Catherine. I don't know if he sold them or gave them away, but I hope he gave them away. So Shaq is dynamic. Then it turned around, the lady say, your tennis shoe is too much, Shaq. And Shaq put out 2,200, something like that, and hand to the lady. Get you a drink of water if you need it, and hand it to the lady. So when he handed to the lady, pow, she slapped it out of his hand. I don't want your money. Shaq went to the back, got up that morning, Miss Price, Miss Mills, and all the listeners, and made a phone call to Reebok and told Reebok, hey, I want to cancel my contract quick as possible. They said, Shaq, we making millions, Shaq. Shaq said, I don't give a damn what we make. If you can't sell that shoe for $20, we can't sell it for $20, Shaq. It costs almost, we selling it, it costs too much to make it, and we selling it for $200. Shaq said, I don't want it sold no more. Shaq made a deal with Walmart and sold millions of shoes. Captain, you pulled it up one time. I think it was 200-300 million.
Yes.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the stuff I'm talking about. John Legend, he doing stuff. Alicia Keys, he doing stuff. Here go Cardi B did more than the president of the United States of America. Barack, Bush, the boy just left. What's his name? I can't even call his name. The white president just left.
Biden.
There ain't nobody did nothing for Chicago. Cardi B took $174 million with that filthy music. Thank God she did something with the money and went down there and bought schools and then got shelter for all them people. But they don't play that. They don't play that. Oprah Winfrey spent $60 million. They ain't gonna play that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, and Tyler Perry, let's not even talk about him. This man put the biggest studio where the people was in slavery. It was moving Negroes through there. Now one Negro on it. And he got the biggest studio in the world. Not in America, in the world. And that's why I stand for it. So y'all go on with Tyler. You was holding what's the name hand, Rod. Y'all did that movie. I heard y'all ain't together now. I heard you got another lady friend. Get you a black woman and make her your black wife. If you want to write some pre-nuts, write the pre-nuts and give her 100 million, 50 million, whatever you're going to give her. But get you a black woman that's going to love you and look like your mother. Don't you fall into that O.J. Simpson buffoonery and that Clarence Thomas buffoonery. Don't fall into that junk. Wesley Snipes talking about we don't smell nice. So don't you fall in that buffoonery, because the black woman is the mother of earth. All life come from her. The Mendel, Lost, Prudent, Leakey, and anthropologists. We don't have to even argue that. It's a fact. So what I'm saying to you, brother, do what's right. Get your wife, get your woman, Tyler. The taxes went up, Miss Price, in Atlanta, because Tyler put that high house there. It was almost 500, 600 to 1,000 people. Taxes went up. So a lot of them was going to lose their houses. Tyler Perry made a phone call to his lawyer. He said, everybody losing their house, everybody having a problem, let me know. He didn't pay their taxes up for 1 year. He paid a whole neighborhood tax up for 6-7 years. Paid him up out of his pocket. Because he said, I created a problem with this humongous building, studio I built. So he told his lawyer, make sure it's everybody good. And before it come up again, let me know where I can pay it again. That's how you spend your money. And 600 black people work for Tyler Perry 5, 6, 7 days a week. So I don't give a damn what they say. I'm rocking with Tyler. And he'll made more black millionaires than any studio in America. I'm walking with Tyler Perry. He's a genius. He's a child prodigy. And may God bless him. Come on. What? Restricted? What happened?
You were talking about a certain lifestyle, and I think that that's considered sensitive information. So somebody reported you over there, and it ended the live stream.
No, I'm still live. Okay.
You gotta watch. Yeah, you gotta watch your language. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about Cyrus Bolton. His mother is the lady on the last episode. the mother that gave that impassioned speech about after Mr. Child was found not guilty. And as a result, a lot of protests have erupted against the Asian community. And I thought it was important for us to talk about. We don't want anybody to lose their livelihood, and I know we lash out in frustration when things like this happen, but just want to try to understand the whole breakdown, Minister, about I guess between us and the Asian business owners, because it seems like there's always been friction.
Well, they don't know their originality is black, so they act other than who they are. The Jamaicans, the Cubans, that's landmass. That's not who they are. They call themselves at the land. Okay, so they don't know what they're doing, but they've been racist since ain't but a few of them like us. They become in a store. Sometimes they make you leave the backpack out, especially if it's not clear. So again, and they make millions of dollars, billions of dollars in our neighborhood, but they never give back. I've never heard one of them giving back. Even this Jimmy Chan right here been here for 40 years and made all this money off these folk. And black man is leading in heart disease from chicken, all that grease, from Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and Jimmy Chan churches bought out. So again, Kentucky bought out. So again, the Asian people have not treated us right. And for this man to chase this child out the store for something insignificant, for some buffoonery and food, let's say he had a honey bun and a bottle of water. Okay, you gonna unalive him for $1 bottle of water, and a case of them ain't for $4. So I think that was 50 cents. So you a honey bun, $2, $1.50, some chips. You gonna unalive him? You hate him that much. You gonna unalive him, and then lie in court, and the courts allowed it to go, and the judge, the DA, is going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. I'm telling you that. I'm gonna find your name out where I call your name, and you low down rotten racist DA. For y'all to sit there and let this man get away with this foolishness and unalive this man, 14 years old, chasing him, and then you lie and say your life is fear. You fear for your life. How? How in the hell can you fear for your life and somebody running from you, not to you, but from you? You're a habitual liar. And you're going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. And all of y'all had something to do with it. I'm telling you, God gonna get you. Not one of y'all gonna get away. And God said, what you've done to the least of them, you also done unto me. So not one of you low down rotten individual gonna get away. Unaliving that boy, shooting that boy in his back, 14 years old. Yeah, that's what's wrong with the Asian. Come on, show your tapes.
Okay. Well, after it was announced that they were going to start a boycott of Asian businesses, this Asian business owner had this to say.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are in our neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
So since he put that out, a lot of Asian businesses are hurting right now because people were like, okay, you decided you were going to mess around and find out. And so a lot of them are finding out and coming back out and making their own statements. But this man in particular had something to say, more of an explanation of, I guess, how we got here.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of Asian Americans too don't, in my experience, don't even realize that if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, there would not be 22 million Asian Americans in this country.
Thank you. What I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with black blood?
And before we cut back over for reaction, I have one more.
And I was like, but again, there's no mutuality, because there's a dynamic again where it's the business owners versus customers, and it's business owners in the neighborhood of the customers. So that's a power dynamic. And I think something that I wish I didn't feel as cynical about is it's been so long that I feel like if these businesses wanted to do better, they could have done better by now. So I kind of like at this point I support boycotts. I get called a traitor for that because they're saying like, you're advocating for people to not support Asian American businesses. And I'm like, but if they're going to engage in predatory capitalism, and if they're not going to do right by the communities that they're in, then what else do you do? Like, there's no more explaining.
So, reactions?
Miss Price, you can go first.
Yeah, I got a big reaction because the guy that stated, he want us to boycott them because where would we get this? First of all, if he would learn his Black history, Black people built America. We the ones that invented the traffic light, invented, different other things. And how many Asian people do you see going to the nail shop to get their nails done? I've yet to walk into an Asian store and see Asian nail shop and see another Asian person in there getting their nails and toes done.
Yes, I've never thought about that.
So you need the Black community, you need the white community, you need the Hispanic community, you need whoever is in there going to get their nails done, because I have yet to see Asian people go in their own shops and get their nails done. So, I just think that was an idiotic statement to even make, because you do depend on the Black American community. Where is it? If it's hair weaves, where is it getting nails done? You stole a lot of our recipes to cook in your own restaurants.
Okay.
Like, come on. I mean, if anything, you should have been advocating to, hey, we need to come together as an Asian and Black community. We need to, protest different things. We need to, come together as one. I mean, America is a melting pot. We all should be able to come together and live as Americans. I mean, I believe we're the only country that's actually divided by the color of your skin as a community. Like, okay, this community over here, this community over there. I mean, we are supposed to be Americans, because if we go over to Europe, if we go over to Australia, they're going to all look at us like you're an American. They're not going to classify us as oh, you're a Black American, or you're an Asian American, or you're a Ireland American, whatever, they're going to look at us as Americans. So why we can't come together as Americans and, do better? We should be able to do that instead of dividing. And that's the enemy's biggest trick. It's been the biggest trick since the beginning of the time, is to divide. What he did with Adam and Eve, he came to a point where he was trying to divide them from God, divide them from each other. He's been playing that card, and we should wake up to this, knowing that it is an enemy out there. And his whole game is to divide and conquer. That's how you win.
Yeah, and play to the ego. It was another video that I saw earlier today, and the guy was saying that the Asian communities have fallen under the spell of whiteness.
Yeah.
That they are chasing whiteness. They want that, they see it as being superior, not taking into account that, hey, you couldn't get I'm sorry. The pale people didn't want you in their neighborhoods.
That's why you had to build your Asian community.
Yes, so the
your
banks,
Chinatowns.
yeah, and the banks would only give them loans to open up shops in our communities. That's how y'all ended up infiltrating them. That's the only place you could get loans that they wouldn't even give us.
Exactly.
So it's not lack of ingenuity, or I don't know what they bought into. And I always think about what the minister says is that, hey, the first Asians were Africans.
Exactly.
So you're hating yourself. That's normal.
Yeah.
You always hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all did well. So I clap to both of y'all. Y'all did well. You spoke intelligent and intellectual. Both had two different points where they beautiful. This been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I went by 2 years ago, if not 3, and rode with a man that's almost a billionaire. It took it 53 years to bail out, and they got 4 banks. A woman got me over there, a prophetess. She got me over there. Phyllis, not Phyllis now. I call her name in a minute. She unalive. She just went out about 2 years ago. I don't know what happened. We have to watch what we eat, y'all. Our teeth is not made to eat meat. Please, y'all, I'm telling you. You just Google it. If you can't Google it, go look at What the Hell, Forks and Knife, Game Changer. If you don't have it, I'm going to get Captain. We have one of them on here, or What the Hell. I'm going to get Captain, put all 3 of them on here where y'all can come and help get yourself out of CVS and Walgreens, because that's where you're going to go. And from there to the hospital, and from there to the graveyard. So again, the man took me to his restaurant, and when he took me to his restaurant, he showed me the whole thing. Took me up to his bank. His wife come in there. She had a nice Rolex on, a nice ring, a Rolls Royce. She had a driver. Her hair pretty, her skin. I'm like, he got an office in the bank. He in the top of the bank. And he showed me what they did and how they did it. And he told me if I wanted to do it, come to him. He told me, say, you can come to me and do this. I said, okay, all right. And when I get the money for Black Wall Street, when I get the money for 100 acres, then we can do town and country and mix it. And we do the 19 acres. We do the veteran city, and 9 apartments we're going to build on the 3.2 acres. So they've been very disrespectful to us. And in California, they unalived a person and got away with it. I mean, I think the person was like 14, 15 again. So they've been doing this, and they've been disrespecting us on a major way. And we support them. And if it don't be for civil rights, that we fought for them, they lend them more money than they lend us.
Yep.
They'll lend the agent money with bad credit. We can have 700, 800 credit and still hard to get it. They're going to find something wrong. So again, this is a problem. My Asian family, you got brown eyes. You got brown eyes. See my eye? See my eye right there? You got brown eyes. So you need to change how you thinking, because your thinking is backwards. Is completely out of order. And you need to change it. Her phone fell, huh?
She'll return. So yeah, and it's regional, because I think when we're I didn't realize that until I traveled a bit around the country, but the nail shops in like Florida, for instance, maybe in Miami, I don't know, but there are not any. I didn't see any Asian nail shops or even beauty supplies. They were all owned by other people. So everything is regional. I know we see a lot of, they're concentrated here, and it looks like in Ohio and in South Carolina, maybe. So, people, like I said, like you were saying earlier, our real power is in our pocket. It's in our dollar. So, we don't want to, I know not all people are the same. And I know not all people are the same. So, we can't extend that across that, make everybody a monolithic. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But, kind of like Target, we got, if a point needs to be made, y'all need to just examine yourself and how you do business with us and how you're investing in our communities, like the minister said, because you're not. There are some places that have just started now to actually hire Black people to work in their establishments.
I have never seen one Black person work in our brothers and sisters' toe shop, hand toe shop, nail shop. I've never seen them at the cash register. They can't even sweep the floor. I ain't never seen them in there. That's straight racism.
I have. It's a few. I've seen them. I've seen us at a few. That's usually the ones that I go
Nail
to.
shop?
Not nail shop, at the hair shop, at the beauty supplies.
Oh, now they're gonna put them in the beauty shop because that's a draw card. They got them at the cash register. They don't own no part of the store though. And if they barely get close to $20 an hour, it's almost impossible. But all that's a con game. They got them there at the cash register and got them with the long hair and give them some cheap hair. That's a draw card. That's a draw card. But they sitting back over the corner with their camera on and watching them too. Yeah, so they gonna definitely have them in the house though. They make so much money on the house store, it don't go. $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all forget there are Black nail technicians out here.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Nowhere close. Nowhere close.
But we have some. Find them. We'll find them. We got a few. We're going
to have to boycott them to make them do what's right. Put money back in the community. Help us build some vocational schools. Once you do that and you build vocational schools, then the children now making hundreds of thousands of dollars being brick mason, being carpenter, being electrician, being welders, being plumbers. Don't nobody think like that because everybody's so damn selfish. So again, this is what this show is for, to wake them up. And as we get money, we will open up 100 vocational schools from here back to Detroit, to Chicago, to Memphis, Atlanta, New York, Oklahoma, all the way here. So again, because our sister, Marlon Gibbs, we love her. She opened the first one that I know of in California. A maid have more sense than us. So
she's not stop saying she's an actress, and Marla Gibbs is an accomplished businesswoman.
But
stop saying a maid.
I like she played a maid in the movie.
She was a maid on the Jeffersons, but she was a smart maid on the Jeffersons.
But that's good what you're saying. But I'm showing that somebody that played a maid came back, did great work. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm being a maid. Yeah, because she's not a maid. She acted that. But I'm glad
Yeah.
that's the role she had. But she can show people you can come from there, like the man on the 13 McDonald's. He had no money. I ain't gonna call his name. And he got 13 of them now. He started at the bottom, mopping floors. So again, there's nothing we can't do. And we need to come together, Asian people, because the same enemy you got, we got. And you got brown eyes. Thank you.
Before we move on to the next clip, I did want to show this because I thought this was, man, it stopped my heart for a minute. Oh, this is Cyrus, the 14-year-old man who just lost his life. And this is Trayvon Martin. They look like brothers.
Boy, that's cold.
Isn't that a cold game?
Yep.
And really passed away had their lives taken, nearly the exact same way.
Lord have mercy.
So rest in peace, y'all. Rest in power. And prayers to the family. I know Trayvon's mom is out doing great things as an advocate and in office. And I know, Nicole, I know this is not what you thought you were signing up for with your baby boy, but I know you're going to fight. You're a fighter. You're a fighter. And we're keeping you, your husband, and the rest of your family in our prayers. Man. But thank you. So we had started yesterday, fam, watching a film, a video rather, with some advocates on it, some of our allies rather. And I'm just gonna let you, some of our brothers from another mother, just saying how much they value the contributions that Black people have made to this country, and they wish that their kin would wake up and stop being so fearful, so intimidated, and really ask themselves, why are you hating? Kind of like James Baldwin says, if I'm not your Negro, then who are you? You take away your hatred, you would have to address your own insufficiencies. So here we go.
Not each other and being savages, we were intelligent, high vibrational gods.
Middle Passage, white people. Slavery, white people. Jim Crow, white people. Lynchings, white people. Trail of Tears, white people. Wounded Knee, white people. Asian internment camps, white people. The vast majority of gun violence, white people. You see a trend? January 6th, white people. Ahmaud Arbery, 3 white guys.
This white man came out to address each and everything. He used to see always these white people trying to call Black Americans savages. He's trying to let them know that in Black Americans' history, there has never anywhere these people has been savage. Stop calling them all those sort of names. You are the one who used to murder them in different ways. We have a record, we have history. Stop tarnishing Black Americans' name, saying that they are violent, they are aggressive. We have a record of white people of each and everything, all sort of crimes on this land. We know how you behave and each and everything connect to you. This is something really nice. It has made a lot of people talk about this. Let's dive into today's episode. Then we'll come back with more commentaries.
We have to remember that we learned from some of the best. They had some white boys came over here that did the first beheadings in Point Coupee, Louisiana, where I'm from. Slave insurrection, that was the way you dealt with it. Tuskegee syphilis incident. We're going to see how black men die if they have syphilis, but we pretend we treat them with penicillin, and we're just going to watch the pathology of how they die. Now, that wasn't back 200 years ago. That was 1930 to 1974. We're talking about giving these wonderful blankets to the Native Americans infected with smallpox as they walked on that trail of tears just to see how they die and to eliminate their population so we can take all of that land. So the violence that is in America has come from a very learned position that was brought here by some Caucasian folks. All right?
So
What is white fear? We can take that question in many directions, but I think that there's only one way to explain this. White people are afraid of other races being in power in this country. They don't like anyone that isn't white involved in anything that can systematically change this country. Especially when it's systemic change that is in the better interest for everyone, not just white people. White privilege is real. Systemic racism is real, and white ignorance is the driving force of both of those. And many white people don't even know this. Many of them don't even believe in it. What many Latinos, Hispanics, Asian people, and black people will say differently. But Roland Martin broke this down perfectly, and I'm paraphrasing here. First, we have to understand white fear. It is important to understand the insanity and the history behind it also. Without the proper knowledge of this, we will continue to be blindsided every time white fear inevitably rears its head. So let's look back when white fear really got its start. Slavery. The moment slaves were given freedom, the South became furious. January 31st, 1865, slavery was abolished. However, most slaves in those southern states didn't find out until June 19th, 1865, a day also known as Juneteenth. And that's just the beginning. Once black men started being voted into Congress in the South, white people lost their minds even more, especially those down in Mississippi. Dude, once white people started screaming, too many blacks are being voted into Congress, that's gotta stop. White fear started brewing in Mississippi. And guess what? Since 1890, not a single African American has been voted into state office in Mississippi. Since 1890. But wait, there's more. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. White fear embedded its ugly head into the section of the town known as Black Wall Street. Black folks had everything there. It was one of the most prosperous African American communities in the United States. Seeing black people succeed? Well, y'all know that don't fly with white mother. This scared white people so much that they thought black people are gonna start taking over everything and even enslave white people. I wish I was kidding. So you know what those white people did? They burned that whole section down. Burned it down because white fear was flowing through their veins. Central High School, Little Rock, Arkansas, 1957. Just because this high school was integrating 9 black students into their program, white fear emerged and had white people following them on their way to school, screaming at them, throwing racial slurs at them, spitting at them. I wonder whose grandma this is today, and if this is even alive. I would love to hear her opinion on this matter nowadays.
I've been hearing a lot about black fatigue recently, and I want to talk about it, but I can't do it here at home. We gotta go on a trip.
No, we have to pause for reaction right here.
That was wonderful. You are doing a wonderful job. That was wonderful. This has been a great show. They said it all. From he missed, everybody always missed Philadelphia when they dropped that thing there in 1985 on the move. So, and then Wilmington in the 1890s before Tulsa even happened. And we had 100 Black Wall Street, and they decimated all of them. So again, it's a fact what he's saying. They do not want us to have our own banks, own credit union, own finance company, like our Chinese brothers. They letting them get away with it because of China. So we have to do the same thing is what they doing. We have to get out of this, go along to get along. We got to get out of this spending $1.3 trillion with them and get nothing back. And then when Christmas comes, this old pagan holiday, and it's in the Bible, Jeremiah 10, they cut a tree out of the wood, that deck with 7 goals, the work of a common man. So we got to get out of it because Santa Claus is coming to town. He ain't never showed up. In 100 years, he ain't going to show up. So it's all a lie. So we got to get out of this childlike mindset and take our money and stop working on the Chanel purse and get some Chanel houses, some St. James houses, some red shoe bottom houses, some Rolex watch houses, so we can own apartment complex and build our own community. And again, we have the smartest women on the planet. Y'all will help us if we go out front. Y'all, here y'all come. So again, that's why Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band, is so powerful, because his wife, she been with him 28 years. She wasn't going for none of that. She was at the halfway house. She left when he left. She was making $25,000 a month there. She went and spent $5 million on him. She seen the gift in him, and she brought it out, cleaned it out. They worth $50, $60 million. They got that song, I'm Blessed. He caught cancer. She got that out of him. That's what a woman will do, men. When you go out front, they'll catch up to you and help you be successful. So come on, y'all. My Asian brother, y'all just completely out of order. You got systemic racism. And I know where you got it from. You got it from here. You wasn't like that at home. You come here and you but the man took me. The man that built that, took him 53 years. He took me and took me to his bank, then took me to eat. Then we went to church together. Now, I ain't like that part, because you got to do this and that there. And I went on and did it. But I told him, I say, man, I don't buy no man. Had a man on this end, a man on this end. I said, man, I don't do that. I don't care what picture you put up there, I ain't doing it. So again, I went on and you got to do about 500 of them. It was a whole lot of work. I thought it was an exercise show. But it was all right, because I wanted to get close to him. So I went through the rituals with him, and I did it. And if we ever go into the religious part again, I'm going to tell you, look, I got to make a call. So I'm going to step outside. So again, I love him. He wasn't racist. He opened the door for me, took me up to his bank, fed me. I got his number, and he told me whenever I wanted to work with him, let him know. So again, we don't have enough of him. So they have to stop their systemic racism. And the dude that came on, about if you take this, like the lady said, Miss Price said. Miss Price ain't came back, huh?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, sir.
Like Miss Price said, that when have you seen one of them in a chair? I have never in my life getting my feet and toes done for 20-some years, almost 28 years. I ain't never seen one of them in a chair. So they make their hundreds of millions of dollars off us. See? And we, the black woman, she missed it. Because when they was going to school for that, the black women should have been going to school for it at the same time. Because there's millions of dollars in it. You ain't doing nothing but you're doing the fingers and toes. You got gloves on. And if you ain't, you wash your head at the end, you're a millionaire. You go to the old filthy club, you the game and he the hunter, and you don't get nothing for that. Nothing. So again, teddy bear for Valentine. So a bunch of buffoonery. So that's why I'm gonna do that song. Stop giving your heaven to hell. So again, they gotta deal with us in a respectful manner, because it's enough is enough. They've been unaliving us for almost 30 years. This has been going on for 30 years. Unaliving us. So they need boycotting. And all that talking, that little slick talk, I almost said something, boy. Hey, TikTok, we can have our own. We can open our own nail shops. We can open up our own liquor store. We can open up our own hair shop. So if you just want to get out, get out. You ain't going nowhere. You're making too much money. But we're going to ride down on you in a respectful manner, and you're going to start putting money back in our neighborhood, because you're so rotten and low down, and you have systemic racism, most of you. I ain't going to say all of you, but most of you. And ain't enough. I ain't seen but 1 or 2 or 3 of y'all speak for us. All of be 80-90% of y'all speak for us, because it don't be for us. In the civil rights movement with Martin Luther King that gave our life up. to sit at a counter, huh? To go in some raggedy motel hotel. And we lost people with Bull Connors and the rest of them. That's what I'm saying. TikTok. We have to do what's right in justice and give back to our people because us, black people, have been disrespected more than anybody on the planet Earth. This is factual. This ain't no racism. This ain't no emotions. It is devotion. It's a fact. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking TikTok.
It's okay.
We have to understand that America has to change. And we got to get Donald Trump and them Trumpanites and Israel out that White House. He done turned America upside down, inside out. He done took money. He's trying to get them thugs $2 billion. And the thugs so dumb, they come talking about it. Yeah, we waiting on our money. We waiting on our money. You gonna give one of them $1 million and we waited 400 years and we ain't got our reparations yet, yours trillions, but some thugs that broke in the Capitol and unalived some police officers and other people and put 100 some of them in the hospital? Are you serious, Mr. Trump? You that lame? You that devilish? Because we know you know that. That's why when I asked you, was you going to heaven, you said no. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's real rough. And enough is enough. And we done took enough. And y'all done disrespected us too much. The white people, now you go to Asians. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. All the money y'all done made off us. And unalive that 14-year-old boy. Instead of y'all coming together with us to say it's wrong, y'all ain't showed up. Nope. I think 2, 3, 4 of them that showed up. What other 2,000, 3,000 at? So again, we've took a lot. And enough is enough. And we are going to boycott you till you do what's right by us. And that case needs to be retried. That man lied, and they went for it. How can
Yeah, I was looking at something today. It was really the prosecutor's fault because when the jury went back, it's like South Carolina has this real narrow definition of the M word, and they should have gave involuntary manslaughter as a second option, and then he probably would have been convicted of something. But they didn't find that he had prior intent to unalive him. So if they had given him maybe the other one option of involuntary manslaughter, then they could have taken into account the heat of the moment, whatever that is. And then he would have stood. But I heard a lawyer explain that, a defense attorney explain that that is what happened. That's what happened in that case.
And I understand that, and I agree with him, but he should have wanted it. It was intent. He chased him.
I think so. I think that was intent.
He chased him. Once you chase him, it's intent.
Yeah.
If I come back, then it's premeditated. So
Right.
it was intent because he chased him. So they didn't fight the case well because they don't fight well for us. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. There's no way that man should have won that case. And he should have put both charges on him where he could get him for one of them. So there's no way he done unalive our brother and still free. That's a shame. That's a shame before God. We done took so much. It's just a shame.
But in this case, I found why it's important because I've had some people ask me if we were, or comments asking if we were race baiting, and why do we place so much focused on the racist history of this country? Is it time to move forward and focus on other things and healing. And why is it constantly in the conversation? And that's because it hasn't gone anywhere, people. If anything, it's gotten worse. Like I said, it's like my grandkids are facing the same racist practices that my mom faced when she was on a part of Jim Crow and separate water fountains and stuff. It's about that bad. So yeah, we're going to keep talking about it, and we're going to keep playing things to help us remember where we came from as a people and how proud we should be because we're here. And remember the grace of God that got us here and that is keeping us every single day. Yeah, that's all I have. And we are reaching our time. And it's been a great show, everyone. Again, if you're watching this on replay, thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. You can continue to support the show further by liking and commenting and sharing the show with your friends. And just let us know what you're thinking out there as well. So again, prayers out to the families that we have discussed on tonight's show. I do have one more clip, Minister, that I must play, and we can go out on it. It made me think about my mama, and you know what I'm talking about.
What did Donald Trump do illegally?
Falsified business records 34 times, tried to pressure election officials
so elaborate with the business records. What was falsified? Because to my knowledge, are you talking about like the money that they say he didn't pay back?
This is the Manhattan case with Letitia James, or it's the Manhattan case that he got 34 felony convictions on. It was falsifying business records.
Now you do know those are all like BS charges, right?
You realize it went through a grand jury of peers, and then the entire trial played out with Donald Trump's lawyers getting to pick the jury. The lawyers get to pick the jury. The jury of Trump's peers heard that case.
But this is the most liberalist city that you can do this in. Like they've and this is the most disingenuous thing that they could have ever done. They've chosen the most liberalist city you could literally choose.
It's where it happened.
Okay.
So again, the name of this show is Did We Let This Happen? And I don't know what form of the Kool-Aid my skin folk have been drinking. But a lot of us
he's sick, he's mentally sick. About 8-10% of the black men are sick. Any black person that voted for Trump need a psychosocial assessment or Dianetic. There's something wrong with them mentally, and they need help quick. And most of them know it now. The ones that voted on him thought he was going to do so much, thought he was a great businessman. The man went bankrupt 6 or 7 times. The man owe everybody. He don't pay nobody. So, people make up this old buffoonery and foolishness, but Trump ain't none of that. He ain't none of that. So again, he was on a game show. You fired, you leave. All that was, and now Epstein, he done started a war to try to keep the real narrative up there. So he started the war and spending billions of dollars a day, and he's profiting. Him, his family, don't want nobody to investigate him. But Mr. Trump, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Once Attorney General get in there from the Democrats, they're gonna overturn all of that and come after you. You crazy as hell. You want to take all the money and then try to get them thugs some money, and you gonna sue your own people, and then you're gonna say, I'm gonna settle. And then you're gonna take the money and get it in. And every time we ask one of your people, is you gonna give to one of them? Well, anybody can, it's a game. Just like you put that woman from the highest prison to a low, to a max to a low. Because you know why you're doing that. Because you don't want her to tell on you. Because you in that file 1,038,000 times. So again, man, tell about you don't know him. He was your best friend. It's on the card. We so much alike. Go on. He was at your marriage. You went over there a many of times. So man, stop. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming out. I just like to thank a few of these before we go out. Let their name be on all of them. TikTok, we love you. You've been good. Miss Tax, Miss Razor, Miss Burns, thank you. Go over to YouTube, and give us some more subscribers, y'all. We're trying to get up to some more, please. Sister Edwin, Miss L. Katrin, Katrin. Go over to YouTube and debating historical roots of why I feel. Share your perspective. Thank you. Invite Sophia, Oprah, AJ, Wright, Mushroom. I can't, it's about too many of y'all. I'm gonna do about 10 more. Miss Edwin, Kate, Kathy, Rico MJ, impact discussion on the value of women and wealth. Share your thoughts. Thank you. Y'all speaking positive over here. Invite Lee, Maroon, Harris, Tina Harris, Malik, Gloria, Wilma, James, Craig, William Muhammad, assalamu alaikum, brother. Ferdinand, Meg, we like for y'all to go over to YouTube, and I'm gonna let her play that commercial where y'all hear it. Yeah, she got time. So I'm gonna let her play that commercial on joining, going over subscribing. Y'all need to go subscribe. So I really appreciate y'all. Shank Smith, Kalisa, Carissa, Belinda, Reginald, Marthy, Tyrone, Jeffrey, Sherwood, Iris. We love y'all. It's too many of y'all. It's over 100. So again, I love you. May God bless you. May God keep you. This show, we give you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. Somebody said something illiterate to my producer talking about why do we show the truth? Let's act like everything is going good. You got us all the way left, young man or young woman, whoever. We're going to show the truth on here. And when they stop their systemic racism, then we'll change the show. But you think we're going to go around it and act like ain't nothing wrong, and you unaliving us, and you locking us up, making over $40 billion a year, and we make 400 different products, private prisons, Unicorn, UNICOR, and you think we're not going to say nothing? I know I am. So again, I'm born for this. So if you got a problem with it, don't come on the station. Go on Fox where they lie at. They lie for Donald Trump over there. Go there. So again, we're going to speak the truth. That young man should not, should be alive. And the other young man should be alive. His friends should have stopped it. No, man, come on, we ain't gonna do no bullying today. Because that's what they've been doing. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a whole lot of buffoonery and foolishness, and we done took enough. You know, we done took enough. We done honored y'all. We respect y'all. Y'all just keep on coming. Y'all disrespecting our women. Y'all disrespecting our children. Y'all, one police just slapping her. The woman came out and say, "Is any black man going to ever protect us?" Yeah. So we got to stop it. So thank you, Catherine. This was a great show. Can't wait to chop it up and get it out. It's going to do millions, and we're going to get qualified and certified and keep moving, ladies and gentlemen. You want to call us at 281-896-8215. You can discuss with us. You can text right here. Catherine got other numbers you can text, and we like to work with you so we all can be successful. We can take care of our wife, our women, and our children. And we need to own our own banks, our own credit union, our own finance company, private banks, our own insurance companies, build our own neighborhood. We need to take that $1.3 trillion, like Captain Hughes said, and buy black, because the folks don't give a damn about us. Got our rappers cursing each other out and fighting, and just a bunch of buffoonery. So come on, y'all. Let's change this thing around. It's time. It's our turn. It's time and our turn. Thank you.
All righty, fam. Thank you for joining us this evening, and always peace and blessings.